Happy Halloween, ladies.
You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express here now and take his advice on a dark and stormy night when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's rolling and the rain.
Dr. Adega was here! Good morning to the lovely lady, Leia Rose! The Rooster Dave Bob! Oh my! Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. This is 0 Hour, and we're talking House of the Dragon. But before that, I've just got to say thank you, everyone who's reached out, everyone who said congratulations, everyone who's given us a pat on the back, everyone who has stood in the shield wall for Valhalla. Thank you so very much. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you. Adega Outlaw with the 1999 super chat for the 2K milestone. Congrats, brother. Thank you so very much, Adega. We've been kicking ass all weekend, running our tails off. Thank you, brother, so very much for that. And Chris Persia with the $20 Canadian super chat. Here's 2,000 pennies to celebrate your 2,000 subscribers. Skol! Onwards to 10K. Thank you so very much, Chris Persia. And woggly-eyed Wendy. 0. I want to have your babies.
I'm gonna throw this out here real quick, live on air. Loki, congratulations, 2K subscribers. It's a big milestone, buddy. And I'm glad I could be along for the ride. And on that note, real quick, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and vomit profusely. I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I thought you were really gonna go.
Wendy, you stay the hell away. You stay away. Don't do this. Don't.
So for everybody out there who doesn't know, on Thursday we did a show with Mary's Game Room where we talked about doing a future event, a dating game show that would include Zeropium up here, Leia Rose, woggly-eyed Wendy, Darlene, Bree, And this idea came to us from Arlena and Arwen.
Thanks.
And,
thanks a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
really, who else would you expect to come up with it?
So they are deeply involved in this and involved in helping write this. So,
no idea how deep this is gonna go.
Hey, Bob, with the $25 super chat. Thank you so very much, my friend. He says, onward and upward. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you so very much. We are going to have a celebration. The celebration is coming. We're going to have a big to-do. Mexican Iron Man's working on it. So I want to get as many people up on the platform as we can. And let me say thank you to all of them, because that's what this is about. This big celebration is going to be all about me saying thank you to the people who helped me get where I'm at. So thank you.
Yay.
Very much.
Woo!
Party
time.
Yeah.
And good morning to the lady Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Project Cambrian, Dega Outlaw, Dave Bob, Psychodorf 9. I didn't say it right. I know. Man Squatch. What is up, everybody? Good morning, Project Storytime, Soul Assassin, Kronos. What's a Kronos?
No.
Brie is in Larson? Yeah, Brie is in
No,
Brie
the cheese.
Larson.
The cheese.
The one, I mean, it could be the cheese. The cheese is trying to date Zero. It's fine. Don't worry.
I would rather make love to the cheese if it's all well and good. Yeah, we were promised.
Speaking of making love to the cheese,
Swayze and Demi stuff. Oh, that was last week, Joker. You missed out.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
My love, my darling.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
For your touch.
My clay is not good enough. I need your love.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you gotta non-physically find a way to put your nuts in a vice grip for that.
As soon as my balls dropped, I stopped being able to sing like that.
I don't know. Maybe I just never caught up with puberty. Who knows? But yeah, I'll go low or I'll go high. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's
second
House of Dragon
$2
review?
super chat. Is the celebration even breathing hard? I don't know.
No, but they will be.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Who's they?
If you make love to Brie, that is very cheesy. Huh.
It is.
Ah.
And it smells funny down there.
Thank you, Psychodorp 9, for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Dave Bob. Thank you, Adega Outlaw. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you, Chris Persia. And we're going to go old school for you guys this morning. Going OG Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Let's talk Game of Thrones.
Dragon.
Who is still kicking the hell out of rings, wangs, power, women of power.
Who the hell cares about the rings of power? Give me House of Dragon.
Nobody. Yeah, I gotta say real quick, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode of Love, Labor, Loss, and How to Train Your Dragon. We got fucking dragons finally.
Yay.
Woo. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's lit.
Ha 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 ha. That dollar.
Well, we got a couple of dragons in this episode. We got the oldest dragon, the biggest dragon that there is. We've got Damon's dragon, Cyrax, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Cyrax. Which is my favorite of the dragons. More
red and black and
serpentine.
gold. So
More serpentine. Dragon. Yes. We had little dragons in this episode. We had the kids trying to teach their dragons. Then we got to go into the
dragons.
Yes.
Okay, so something that's really interesting about this, there's a scene in this that's like a coliseum where they bring the dragons out. They actually were in that coliseum in the original Game of Thrones when Cersei, I think she's talking to Tyrion. I'm not 100% sure, but she's talking to someone and she's standing outside, but she's in like the ruins of this big arena. And she said they train the dragons here. at the end of the Targaryens' reign, they were nothing more than the size of chickens. They wouldn't get any bigger than little tiny baby dragons. They wouldn't
Which
grow.
is cute. I kind of wanna have a dragon perched on my shoulder. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's kind of adorable.
Okay, so Cyrax is Rhaenyra's dragon. Daemon's dragon is named Ceraxes. Okay.
Sorry, there's lots of
Thank you.
X's. I don't.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joker.
The red and black one. The pretty red
Aye.
and black one. Yes.
Mhm. Yes. Also, I'd like to throw a shout out to the Foley artists who work on this particular episode because, man, they made me cross my legs in discomfort at the opening scene of those labor pains. Holy crap, did they make that sound more real than it needed to be? Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
but seriously, for medieval times, what a
Yeah.
champion.
yeah. She went out there and she pushed that some bitch out like there was no tomorrow. And man, just the oh yeah, they made you feel it. Sorry, that was a little graphic, but hey, we're all in this together.
It's fine.
So the little dragon that was in the dragon pit is named Vermax.
A lot of X's, yeah.
Always got to have an X in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful name.
Yeah, I did see the trail man squatch too. Like, yeah, that's I mean, realistic, sure, but whew, yeah, it's like they're not holding back any punches here. They're going all out with it.
Yes.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
And the dragon's name would be Babu.
Babu?
Or whatever the
I'll have to
monkey.
think about that.
The
It
monkey's
has to have an
name
X
from
in it.
Aladdin. Okay,
It has to have
we'll name
an
it
X.
Bazu. Baxu. Or does it have to end in an X?
I don't
Anyway.
know. We're gonna have to reconvene on this notion.
All right.
Balu.
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 Yeah. I'd agree with NB Geek down there too. I think it's coming sooner or later, but who knows? We'll see.
So we've
I
got
think it's
10
coming
episodes.
one
We've got
episode.
four more episodes.
Yay!
And I think that we're definitely getting the death of the king very soon. So I agree
Oh,
with
definitely.
that. I agree.
Yeah,
with
by
that.
the end of this season, he's gone. He ain't.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he
the
looks,
queen pretty much runs the kingdom anyway now.
She wears
So,
the panties in that.
She wears
relationship.
the pants. She's like, you can do whatever you want, husband, when I'm cold in the grave.
She
And
literally says that. And I was like, oh man, we really have swapped positions here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the old bumbling. Give me my blanket, sweetheart.
God, he's
And she's
Joe
like, "Fuck
Biden.
you,
Oh
old
my goodness.
bastard."
It wasn't
Oh, yeah.
me. I didn't make those sounds this time. It was all Loki. Blame Loki for the old man.
So she's basically biting what the queen is doing. What Allison is doing is she is biding her time. She is putting on a smile in front of everybody by being and then being a total bitch behind the scenes. That way, no one can point a finger at her and blame her when she's like, "No, it's all mine. It's all mine. This goes to my boy, and it's all mine."
Yeah,
So she is Cersei. She is going to be the Cersei character in this show.
yeah.
I'd rather
I
you
think-
burn down all of King's Landing than give it to that whore Rhaenyra.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think she's not fully evolved yet, right? Because there's a big thing that happens at the end of this episode, and she doesn't have the tolerance
Cojones.
for blood yet. I guess is the way to put it. She doesn't have that tolerance yet.
Do you think that's like? Do you think she's feigning that, or do you think she was being real?
Oh, I think she just kind of off the cuff, kind of venting to this guy, actually having real world consequences. I don't think she expected that. I don't think she has it in her quite yet. I think we're literally watching her evolve to become Cersei, or the new Cersei, I guess.
So to explain to everybody who maybe haven't seen this episode, towards the end
Spoiler
of this-
alert.
Yeah, spoilers. There's a
Why
spoiler
not?
thing, so don't blame me if you hear something you don't want to hear.
Stop it. No. Bad Xenomorph.
All right.
Didn't
was
the queen
drooling.
have a thing for Christian? Yeah, she had a thing for Christian Cole, and she can't have Christian Cole. Oh yeah, they were
Neither
out. They
could
were.
Rhaenyra, but
Well,
Here's the
Rhaenyra
thing.
had him anyway. Rhaenyra had him
Yeah.
anyway.
It was a thing, but it was not to be.
So,
Thank God.
so towards the end of this episode, the queen is basically venting, like what Eris said. She's venting. She's getting all these thoughts off of her chest. And the son, one of the sons, the youngest son of the Hand of the King, who is infirm. He needs a cane to walk around. He's not.
Cane Man.
Yeah, he is not as physically able as the rest of the people in this world. He is the one who is listening. And she is bitching about the hand. And she's bitching about the fact that her father would have been there for her. And she's bitching about all these things. And the son of the Hand of the King kills his brother, who is stooping the princess.
Stupid.
He is the father. He is the father of the princess's babies, because he's the one who's been banging the princess. And he kills his father, who is the Hand of the Queen, or the Hand of the King, so that her father can come back. And when he tells her this, when he admits this, and he is going into this, well, you know, when they pass under the arch, and the arch judges all who pass under it, and it's amazing the look she gets on her face, like, oh no, I never meant to. No, this is horrid. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, you know, you can act. Yeah, the new Littlefinger. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
True new Littlefinger.
The true new Littlefinger, not middle finger. Middle finger is Allison's dad, but Littlefinger. Well, he had his thumb up the ass of the king. The Littlefinger is, yes. This is the guy that, you know, oh, I'm clipping roses. I knew as soon as I saw him in the garden, I was like, this is gonna be one of the little lecherous little bitches in the show that use subterfuge and use that's assassins and all this shit, because he's in the garden. That's where we meet all the people like this. That's where all these people meet up to walk and talk. It was always in the garden.
Oh my God, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Everyone in Game of Thrones that poisoned someone, that was underhanded, the spider, Littlefinger, all of them, the queen that poisons Joffrey, all of them meet up in the garden. That is where these people meet up. So as soon as I saw him, I was like, okay, yeah. Virtue and righteousness will prevail is now implicated in the murder in the Hand of the King. Yes. Yes. Nobody can be slimier than Littlefinger.
I don't know. This dude literally went down to their jail, and people who were on death row, he was like, hey, you want to live? All right, let's cut out your tongues, and you're gonna be my spies and assassons. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, tell you what. Well. Okay, when you go down to the people that are going to be killed, this is what he did. He said, "Okay, look, this is what I can do for you. If you guys want to live, I'm going to cut your fucking tongues out. That way, you can never tell anybody about this. And you're going to go and you're going to kill someone for me. After that, you can do whatever you want to." But this will get you out of the dungeon. You will live to see another day. You're not gonna have your tongue, so you can't talk to people, but you'll live another day. And I'll pay you. I'll dress you in fine clothes and I'll pay you. Men who can't talk don't spill secrets.
I thought that was clever. I thought that was super clever, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. That seemed.
What if they know how to write? Well. Then they can
really?
write.
You think these peasants know how to write in medieval Europe? Are you sure?
Can they afford the decent parchment and an inkwell? I don't know.
Can they write? What? Can they read? I doubt it.
They're in Westeros.
Yeah.
Olenna was a machine. You did not mess with her. I mean, even when she has been poisoned by Jaime, she still talks shit about murdering Joffrey. Yeah.
Joffrey.
Oh, is that my girl?
Yeah, that's the old Olenna was the old lady, the grandma.
Grandma Tyrell. That was what a goddess, man.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for her in this season.
A lot of characters to keep track of when the cast keeps growing and we keep jumping forward through time. It's like, oh, who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? She looks like so and so. Oh, she's older now. Okay, I get it.
That's why they called her the Queen of Thorns.
Dude, my favorite, like one of my all-time favorite characters from Game of Thrones is Grandma Tyrell. I loved her to death. I absolutely love her.
So they started this episode off by giving birth. She's giving birth to one of her sons. The queen immediately wants, I want to look at the boy. I want to look at the kid.
Yeah.
I want to look at the kid right now. Bring me the kid. And
Literally
Rhaenyra
kid
is like,
birth.
fuck you.
I'm
Fuck
gonna walk
off.
my ass.
I'm going to walk my ass up. And when she gets up there and she gets up the stairs and like, oh my God, you didn't have to come yourself. Bitch is still dressed in green. She's dressed in green the entire episode.
Yep.
In 10 years, this bitch hasn't stopped wearing green. That ought to tell you this is never going to end.
Nope.
This is never, ever going to end. Not between the two of them. For 10 years, this woman has worn green, which to her people means war. Call the banners to war. Green is the symbol of we're going to war.
Yes.
Green means go. Go, bitch, go.
Go!
Kind of-
Gather the fleet and meet out at the dragon's house. We shall ride into battle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Well, I don't think
my.
she can ride dragons. I think she'd get her ass toasted.
Not wearing them big poofy dresses. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, yeah.
Matt
you're
Damon
right.
needs to show him how it's done. He rides
my God,
no-handed, like old school BMX bikes on a dirt road.
He's the bad boy. We have
I got-
established.
I gotta say though, did you? I mean, maybe it was just me, but when Lady's dragon breathed that big cloud of fire up in the sky and Damon just
Mhm.
drove right through it, I'm thinking, man, he didn't even lose his eyebrows or anything. How the hell is that?
That's
possible?
because he's a
Targaryen.
Targaryen.
Mm.
Well,
Okay. So the
yes.
Targaryens, and now this is different between the Valerians and the Targaryens. Okay, so you know how his wife, what happens to his wife at the end of this episode?
Yes.
That cannot happen to him. He can walk into the fire and he'll be fine.
Mm.
Well, his clothes might be completely
Yeah,
shredded,
his
but
clothes
he'll
will be complete.
fine.
He will be fine though. He will walk out
Yes.
cock swinging naked as Jaybird, but
Well, I'm glad we didn't see that. There was enough cock in this episode, even though we didn't see that either. But damn, yeah, the window scene, y'all know what I'm talking about. That was enough of that.
Oh my god, I literally blocked that out.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Hold on. I want to get
There's
through
so much.
the beginning of this because to me this is really important. When
Yes.
she gets up there, and they're like, "Oh my God, you didn't have to come up all this way." Yada yada yada. Yes, you did, because pretty much, bitch, you want my son. The queen is demanding, has sent order from the queen. You'll bring the boy to me. And Rhaenyra is like, "No, fuck you." Rhaenyra just had a baby the old way.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for every woman out there that's like, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" I've seen in person, I've seen an epidural birth, and then I've seen an old way birth where they didn't have time to give the bitch an epidural. And there's a huge difference between push, okay, I'm pushing, and fuck you, I hate you. There's a huge difference between one and the other. One is they are dopey as shit, and it's like la 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 push. Okay, I'm pushing.
Sunshine,
and the other one
lollipops
is like
tin.
fucking. The nurses are coming in, going, "You have to calm down and stop screaming. You're scaring the shit out of the other mothers giving birth."
Well, that'll give him something to look forward to. Push.
Yeah, like
Which they actually did.
Mhm. The pain on her face, man. Woo.
but
Hats
she was
off.
a champion, dude.
Yeah,
like the
no,
way
that's what I'm
Man.
saying. Hats off to her playing that.
And this
role,
right
'cause,
here.
man,
This right here. So, and this is what I wanted to get to. They get up there,
Yeah.
her and her husband and the baby. So Rhaenyra, the king, the prince that's going to be king, and their baby get up and they're talking to the queen, and the queen has a chance to hold the baby, and she's talking to the prince away from Rhaenyra, and she says, "Perhaps the next one will look like you."
I think I called the midwife a cunt.
And the king is off in his own little universe, and he's like, "Ah, he's got your nose," and you're like, Huh? What?
That is the whitest baby I've ever seen. What do you mean it looks like him?
Yeah. Well, he just needs a little bit of sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. And bleach his hair. And yeah,
I don't know,
fine,
Kronos.
whatever.
I just did. It was
Yeah.
from a country song. Yeah, that's what it was.
Ah.
And I was playing Duck Hunt at the time
Oh my goodness.
on the TV. Yeah. Anyway, oh well, I'm about to get canceled, everybody. It's been fun. See you later.
So I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man
you
Squatch.
know,
We're naming him Joffrey. Go ahead and tell the populace. Please tell Valhalla.
yay.
Tell the family why
What I
she
found
named
out.
him Joffrey.
So obviously everyone associates Joffrey with a certain fucker that we all hated from Game of Thrones. But actually the name Joffrey, this is what I found out by reading episode 5's synopsis, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Joffrey's the name of his lover that got his face beaten
in. Yeah.
by
my.
Kristen Cole. So, and yes, I do agree, Josh. Project Storytime. The king knows. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the king knows. By the way, so
Yeah. Awkward.
yeah.
Tickle your aunt with a feather. What did you say? Oh, typical country weather. I don't know why I do everything in an accent. It's fun. You can say anything and it just sounds more proper.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, rolling on.
So the prince, the young prince, the quote father of the child, has named the boy Joffrey after his sausage-loving lover that got killed at the wedding in the last episode.
No one got over their
Ah.
shit. Okay, like I this episode just told me that no one got over anything that happened.
No.
That
It's
happened
like-
10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like right from the get-go, everybody's just pissed off now. Even
Yeah,
children.
they're still mad.
Mm-hmm.
So some people say this show's gonna last 2 seasons. Some people say it'll go on more than that. They have their timeline. So I think when you hear the showrunners talk about 2 seasons, that's what we're gonna get. I hope for more, but Juggle Boys, break time is over. Loki, will see you tomorrow. Pops, take care, brother. Have a great one. Don't work too hard. Don't let him work you too hard.
Joker.
No one named Joffrey has a very breezy future. I agree. Arwen.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, not really something you'd see in modern times, let alone back then.
Mm-hmm.
See, you mentioned sausage and suddenly Arwen
All right.
pops up.
So let's yes, the queen threw shade. They named the boy Joffrey. Pretty much that. Yeah, she's banging the head of the city guard. The princess is. Let's get to this. Claude Parrish, mom should have pushed her masturbating prince Aegon out the window. Might have killed off that insane strain. So, at a point in this show, they cut to a scene where they're like going by a window, and you see this white ass. And for a minute, I'm thinking,
like,
is
what?
the king about to commit suicide? What in the hell is going
Stand up
on?
that straight.
And it's Aegon, and then he's like, and you're like,
Yeah, I kind of.
holy shit!
I kind of just walked away for a second. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, Aegon, finish your bullshit. And then his mom walks in, and you're like, oh no.
my god, yeah, like typical embarrassment. Like, oh my god, it must have shrunk real quick because when he covered himself with that blanket, there was no tent to be found. But yeah, I mean, I will watch a guy get punched repeatedly in the face until there's nothing left but pulp. I will watch the pains of childbirth. But man, that was just a freaking disturbing scene. Holy shit.
Oh my god, that's exactly what I thought.
He
too.
went splat right where Tillman went splat. Well, immediately right away, I thought, What is up with people, these royal people in this city and windows?
They do love.
Joffrey jumped out of a fucking window. I thought for a moment that it was the king because I saw the white hair, but then I was like, no, that's not the king's ass. It'd be
falling apart.
It'd be falling apart and have giant scabs all over it.
I need help wiping.
Stop.
Bring me
Stop
the good
it.
toilet parchment. It's stuck again. I've got myself a Klingon.
Bad. Zero, I'm gonna get the spray bottle out.
Alicent, come here. I want the nookie. Come here.
I demand to see my child afterwards. Yes, thank you. Let's go, because this is really going to start to chafe after the first few minutes. Anyway,
Stop.
all right.
Stop it.
So mommy comes in and probably shocks this guy, so he'll never get another hard on again.
Oh no. I don't think so. I think that kid, if he could get away with it, would just right there, hey mom. Once this kid gets out of the awkward phase, I think he's gonna be just as bad as Joffrey was. I think he's gonna be
fucking everything in the whorehouse.
He's gonna be fucking everything everywhere. He's got that. Oh yeah, he's got that. Well, I'm the fucking prince, so I can bed half the kingdom if I want to. You and okay, this is what it's gonna be. You, my quarters 1:00. You 1:30. Both of you bring a friend.
You
and
1:35 and bring toys.
Bring a friend. Yeah.
Knock before you enter, mom.
So then if they do another time jump, which they are,
enter, comma,
which they should, yeah, this kid's gonna be all over the place.
Oh man, he is gonna be a little horn dog.
He is. Oh my god. And it's funny because he's apparently inherited his father's.
No, it's not that.
What?
It's no. He's a no. I know. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think about this.
Breakthrough. Da 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 da.
He must have gone to see his uncle. Mexican Iron Man Targaryen at Dragonstone Tacos.
No.
And that's why.
Mike!
That's why. Okay, we're going to get to the bottom of this tomorrow. We're going to find out if Aegon went to see Uncle Mikey at Dragonstone Tacos, and that's why he wants to fuck everything.
Oh, my.
Mike, what did
that
you
actually
tell him?
makes sense. That actually makes sense. That makes more sense than anything else because, yeah.
After all was said and done, it still comes down
if any of you guys haven't seen the Friday night show watch the Friday night show.
You don't think he walked in while that was happening, do you?
No, I don't think he walked in. I just think that he probably heard what his uncle did over at Dragonstone Tacos, and how his uncle's been banging the married neighbor lady, and yeah. So, guys, if you haven't watched Friday's show, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch the Late Show, last Friday's Late Show.
I could use a taco, a sticky taco. I'm in the craving.
Oh my god. Kristen Cole, I have some words for that asshole. I got some words for you.
By all means, say it.
Oh my god. What a pathetic shell of a man. All right, you got your dick wet for one night with the princess, and you can't let it go. You just can't let it go. All right, 10 years later, and you're tormenting her kids. Oh my god, get over it. Holy hell, she didn't like you like that.
The House of the Iron Thong.
Oh my god.
House of the Iron Thong. Yeah, I thought that was going a little extreme. I'm like, why is he forcing these kids to legitimately try to beat the shit out of each other?
Why are you acting like a woman, Kristen Cole? What the hell's wrong with you?
Like they
literally
have a whole...
one night stand, and he is just like a toxic incel for the rest of his life.
Maybe she was the best he ever had. I mean, it's not every day royalty is basically gonna just come right up and sit on your lap.
Well, them Targaryen ladies, they have a way of milking it that's just totally different than any other woman you ever have met. So.
I must say, yes, my loaf of bread was ready to go, and boy, did she butter the shit out of it. Oh,
no, I kind of want him to die.
I can still taste it now.
I mean, Rhaenyra came in and talked to Cole, and she said, "Boy, you are the jam in my jelly roll."
I'm too old for this shit. Well, actually, ma'am, he's cowering behind his desk
the
right
power of the taco.
The sticky taco. Yes, I am still
And now, on with the countdown.
Woo! Countdown.
The golden poussoir. The golden poussoir.
No, it's called magical poussoir. Okay?
Golden poussoir. I like golden.
I understand you like golden, but this is magical shit. It literally turned this guy into basically everything but a woman. He's just the way guys do not hold on to shit like that for 10 years. I'm sorry. That's very, very feminine of him to do. Okay. It's to hold that grudge. That's what Alicent did. You know what I mean? Like everyone else has moved on except for these fucks that just won't move on.
I don't know. Maybe if you're a royal knight or part of the royal guard, or risking your life and limb every day or whatever, maybe you think if you have a shortened lifespan just because of the risks and consequences you're facing on the daily. And like I said, when royalty sits in your lap, maybe he's just already convinced that he's not going to get any better than that. And he's been holding on to this for the past 10 years. And man, he's still craving it. I don't know. I'm just trying to think like typical guy. Sometimes when you get that, you sometimes think you're not going to get any better. It's like, damn, that was super poussoir with the cape sticking out of it and everything. It gave me powers. And then you go down to the brothel and bang old Nancy next door. And it's thinking, it's just not as good. It's not as good.
And Arwen nails it. Yes. Arwen absolutely nails it. Fork through the sausage. He can't have the pussy, so he becomes one.
He did. I'm so disappointed in what he's become. He's like, I got it once, and then she rejected my offer to go off and marry him, or marry me, right? It's like, yeah, well, she never was going to do that anyway. She's the princess, the heir to the throne. She has, like, responsibilities here. She wasn't going to run off, right?
Yeah.
And then from that point forward, it's like, F you, princess. Fuck off, princess.
Power of tongue is a beautiful thing.
He called her something to
He
Alicent.
called her a cunt. He called her a cunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was just like, wow, dude, get over it. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to move on. She don't like you like that anymore.
I got a feeling he'll either get over it or he's just gonna get himself killed by going too far with something.
Oh, that's definitely what he's gonna do. No, you're 1000% right. That is exactly what he's gonna do. I don't think he's ever gonna get over it. It's been a decade, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And good morning, Darth Arlena. How are you doing? So nice to see you here this morning.
Party on,
I'm
Darth.
trying to think. Where was I 10 years ago? And then I'm trying to think, okay, so imagine holding on to some shit for that long, you know? It's like, I can't even fathom doing that, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, realistically, I kind of went through a somewhat tumultuous breakup 10 years ago, but I'm not holding on to that today. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's a breakup. They didn't break up. She had a one-night stand with him, and he asked her to marry him and run away.
Maybe he just never got any closure. Like, I'm out of here.
It wasn't just that he asked her to marry him and she said, fuck off. She told him, I want to have a relationship with you. It just has to be off the books and on the side. The king is completely okay with this or the future king is completely okay with this because he's going to be having his own little thing going on. Yeah. And I'm going to have my own thing going on because I want a good ride, but I want babies. So she wants babies and she wants a good ride. her prince
That's a lot of work for
cannot
one
give that
guy.
to her, does not want to give that to her, and is happy going off and doing his own thing. That is what they agree to, and she explained this to Cole.
Yes.
So it's not like she has kept this a secret. The queen knows this. Obviously, the queen knows this. She knows that they have an open marriage. She's the one who's making this, oh my God, I'm gonna use this to get my kids in power.
Yeah,
That is what the queen is doing.
I didn't do that, so you can't do that. So it's not our fault you decided to, marry and fuck old Scabby. Okay, that is no one else's fault but yours. Okay, that was your choice.
King Scabalot
I
is
need a wipe.
who she decided to marry, and it's who her father, who she's like, oh my God, my father is the bestest thing ever. Your father at 14 years old encouraged you to marry King Scabby, the person he was working on killing.
Yeah.
The only reason why the king's not dead yet is because he got rid of the hand. That's the only reason he's sitting there in his chair, covered in his blanket, going, "Oh, Claudius, look at my grandchildren. They're trying to kill each other. It's so special." That's the only reason why your old ass is still there, is you got rid of that motherfucker and he hasn't kept poisoning you for the last 10 years.
Here's the king of Scabalot. Bring forth the knights of the round lonely hedge. One hand in the bush.
Alicent's literally she is such a bitter, jealous, and I've talked about this so much. The heart of toxic femininity is bitter jealousy, and we are seeing that in Alicent like so hard right now. Oh my God.
In real time. Oh, if I see a cake, you better believe I'm gonna devour that shit.
Well, is it at a wedding? Because I would avoid that.
I don't know. Is it poison cake?
I don't know. Weddings in Game of Thrones.
Was it made in the garden? If
Oh.
so, I'm not going there.
Yeah, no. Oh, whoops, I slept in. Oh, no. Oh, everyone's dead? Well, good thing I slept in.
Oh, crap. I'll just be at the buffet down by the brothel.
Oh, my goodness.
Who has the hand of the king? I don't know. He's busy wiping. With the good parchment. Let us not get any smudges this time. Man, we really love teasing this king. Because he's just not that good at his job anymore.
He's a good father to Rhaenyra, and that's about it.
Well, okay. Who is actually handing him the poison? I can completely see your thinking there. But I think Otto was behind it.
Oh,
however it works out, Otto was behind it, and Otto was trying to kill him. Whether he was getting the maester to actually deliver the poison, put the poison in something, whatever. The tea that went to Rhaenyra, I think that would have killed her if she'd drank it.
Yeah, I think
the tea, the maester, when he brought that tea and said, "The king wanted me to bring you this tea," I think that would have killed her. I really do. Yeah, the Plan B tea, I think that would have killed her and she would have died. I think that was the whole point of that. So no, I'm right there with you, Josh. I just think that Otto was still behind it.
So I lurked a little bit in Nerdrotic's comment section before we went live this morning, and someone came up with a good theory. So the oldest kid of Rhaenyra's looks about 9 to 10 years old. Well, she would have immediately just started a relationship with that was the head of the guard guy in order for that to happen. So there could be a possibility that that's actually Kristen Cole's
yes
child.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I think. I think that child is Christian Cole's. Yes.
The one he was bullying?
Yes, the one he was bullying. That's actually his kid, not the head of the city guard. Yeah. The captain of the watch, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the plot thickens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, shall we turn our gaze to Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
It's a nice day
Matt
for
Damon.
Cardigan.
Oh
Good
my
luck with that, Pat.
God, now that song's stuck in my head.
Matt Damon.
Would you prefer Unchained Melody stuck in your head again?
No, I'm okay. with this.
So Matt Smith is back, of course, in this episode
Yay!
where he is flying through fire as
Through the
as
fire
Zero
and
was
flame.
like through the fire. Right? How do his eyebrows aren't even?
See, I'm still learning, folks. I'm still learning.
So Targaryens can basically live in a fireball and they're fine. So
Most worthy Targaryens.
worthy
I think
Targaryens, worthy Targaryens, can be burned. Can live in the dragon fire and not get burned. So,
Yes.
Aye. So flying dragons. Literally, we're
That's
flying
okay.
dragons now. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Damon, Damon Targaryen, is living in luxury. He's like traveling the world, being a star, rock star. Oh my God, you have
Best
dragons.
self.
Please
Oh my
live
goodness.
here. We'll give you a house. We'll give you royalties. We'll give you money. We'll give you slaves. We'll give you whatever you want. Just live here with your dragons. And he's like, we'll consider it. And his wife's like, no, we'll have to be moving on soon. He's like, yeah, we'll consider it. And she's like, yeah, nope. But he's the head of the household and he decides what's going on. And his wife's had a baby. They have a daughter and another baby's on the way. So they've got
busy.
yeah. Those Targaryens considered of the dragon. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Arwen.
That's the way to
Thank
put it.
you. They have a hard time dragging Matt Damon out of the library.
Ah!
All right. Well, time for the epic.
Okay, here we go. Yes, Dakari, most family trees are north to south and not bonsai trees.
That
I
is true.
mean,
And you can totally tell that the Targaryens are one hell of a bonsai tree because even in this episode, there is a proposition of, well, how about we marry the uncles, sisters, brothers, cousins off to each other and they can rule the kingdom one day.
yeah, what Allison and like the king's son marries. No, their daughter marries.
The young prince,
Yeah, Rhaenyra's son,
oldest son.
oldest son. Yeah.
Yep. And they will rule the kingdom one day. So that is uncle, niece, or
Uncle niece?
aunt,
Cousins, nephews, brothers,
sisters,
roommate.
former roommate. Yes.
And
It's a freaky ass family tree.
you folks in chat throwing out the dragon memes there, they're starting to drag on a little bit. So can you calm down?
No. Continue.
I don't think
Your
anybody
chorus.
caught that.
No,
Anyway,
that was a 10 out of 10 joke. That was
all
good.
right. Yay. Don't patronize me, kitty.
I would do no such thing.
Dragonnet. Just the
Dragonnet.
facts, ma'am.
Nah.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts. man.
Dragnet.
Cue the
Oh,
House
yes,
of
the
Banjo
sun.
music.
To my granddaughter. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's exactly.
My mom made me marry my cool aunt.
Wow. I see what you did, Project Cambrian. Well done. You get an E for effort.
We'll scale it back a bit, Zero. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the Lannister, the Targaryens understand what relative humidity is.
It's all relative.
I'm your mother's brother's sister's cousin's former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Now that I have my coffee, I'm ready to watch Radar. I don't know
Very
why
good.
that's still my favorite line. So anyway, Matt Damon, bareback on a dragon. No, not really, but he probably could get away with it.
He probably would, honestly.
And wifey's got the second child on the way.
no,
the
I thought
de-
that was their third. Is it not?
No,
Or
second.
is- second.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it's the second one.
I don't know of any others. I was pretty sure it was their second.
Jon Snow dated Auntie, yeah. So he dated his aunt, his auntie, and they're still boinking each other. Yeah.
Is it really their third child that she was pregnant with?
I thought at the end there was 2, because you had the daughter that got the dragon.
Okay.
All right, we'll roll with it.
The kitty wins one. That's
Just
one
the facts,
for the
man.
kitty.
Just the facts, because I don't know shit.
Yep, one for the kitty, and that is the only one for the kitty so far. That's all right.
So that was their third child. She cannot give birth to this baby. She can't get the baby out. She's gonna die. She doesn't want to be cut open. She doesn't want to die bleeding to death with a baby in her. So she goes to her dragon and says Dracarys over and over and over again until her dragon roasts her alive. And at the beginning, and for a minute, I was like, wait a minute. That's not going to work because she's a Targaryen. No, she is not a Targaryen. She's a Valyrian. So the Targaryens, it's not anyone from Valyria couldn't be burned. It was the Targaryens alone that were part dragon.
Yes.
They're the only, yeah. So just because you can ride a dragon doesn't mean that you are impervious to a dragon like Daenerys.
Yes.
So
yeah. Well, it makes sense.
The CDGI artist did a great work on that dragon, making it seem very hesitant and regretful. Then it realized what must be done. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the oldest dragon in the world.
Yeah, very
You're
solid.
wondering, why does this dragon look like ragged ass? Well, that is the oldest, largest dragon in existence.
It's fucking ancient, man.
Yeah,
it's been around. It's seen some things. Yeah, it's Grand Dragon, Granddaddy Dragon.
Yes, this is the Grand Master Dragon.
Wait for the prequel. Someone did the dirty with the dragon.
Oh my god.
Stop it. No.
What would that sound like?
No, bad.
It's a bit scaly. We're going to need more lube.
Oh,
God. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hashtag blame Zero. He took it there.
So the three that came to Westeros on the first 3 dragons, they're the origination of the Targaryens. So maybe they hatched. Maybe the dragons did something and you don't know.
Maybe.
The fucking Targaryens are weird anyway.
Wait, hold on. Didn't they say at in the beginning of this series that the big mama dragon, the big female dragon that was giving birth to all these, kind of just left, and she's out there?
That's the one that Homegirl has.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yes, that is the one that was missing then. That is the one that was missing then.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because she was, oh my God, we've literally watched this woman grow up and die.
Yes.
Oh my God, because she didn't get it until she was 15.
That's why it's kind of weird watching this happen in 6 episodes, because we are jumping through a lot of time here.
I'll say.
I mean, we've gone through, 25 years so far in 6 episodes of a show.
Well, I mean, how much time passed between this episode and the last one? Was that like another, what was that, another 10 years? Or maybe 6 or 7 or something like that?
I don't know what happened between.
I thought that Daemon stopped the doctor, because the doctor went to walk towards her and Daemon stopped him. And she just went out. Yeah.
Yeah, Viserys was like, cut that bitch open to his queen. And then Daemon was like, no.
No. So it has been 10 years. See, it felt like 10 years, but I couldn't be sure. But I mean, yeah, I could see it. But man, another 10 years, boom, just like that. So, I mean, wow. And the king's still kicking. Not for very much longer.
It's a 10-year gap in this one episode. I'm talking about from the beginning of the show to now. It's been like 25 years.
It's been quite a bit all together in the grand scheme of things.
There was a 10-year jump between episode 5 and episode 6. Now we have the new actors and actresses. There's going to be even more as they get older, I'm thinking. So because you've got new people coming into roles. You're going to have the kids growing up and becoming adults and dealing with their angst and what they're doing and their kids.
Oh,
because they talked about it at the very end of this episode. So
there's going to be more window shots, aren't there?
There's gonna be him banging half the town.
They're all gonna get pregnant.
He's like his great uncle Damon. He wants to bang everything he sees. So and he's got power. And he doesn't realize that yet. Right now, Mom has power. Mom comes in and is like, "Get your ass down from that window, you little bitch!" And she's pulling out the newspaper, popping him on the nose and shit. He doesn't realize yet that he has a lot more power than he thinks he does. That Mama Queen isn't the end-all be-all of his existence. He can get away with a lot of shit, and he doesn't realize that yet. And I agree, Project Cambrian, the seeds of self-destruction seem to be being sown. I wish we would have seen before this, and it would have kind of gone into this, because I wish they would have just gone back to the beginning, to the invasion of Westeros. I want to see the original. That's what a lot of people wanted. And I get why they're doing Daemon and Rhaenyra, because they brought that up in OG Game of Thrones, but I want to see how they sack Westeros. I want to see them take the Iron Throne and actually create the Iron Throne. I think that would have been better to do that first than do this, because then you're going to be going back even further after this.
Yeah, but it could still happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I could actually totally see it happen. I mean, depending on how this series goes forward, yeah, I could see that being a next step, or, you know, another step forward and then go all the way back there. Who knows? But obviously they've got something they can work with and build on here. I mean, it's clearly successful.
But they did a time jump, and I've got to applaud them for doing a time jump and making it absolutely believable that these people are the people we've been watching for the last 5 episodes.
Yeah, really good casting there. Yeah,
wonderful casting, wonderful acting, and absolutely on the opposite spectrum of what we're getting at the end of the week. We're getting a wonderful show at the beginning of this week. We get Game of Thrones. At the end of the week, we're dealing with this shit show called Rings of Power that couldn't cast a wonderful, awesome Galadriel to save its life. We've had two perfect castings for Rhaenyra Targaryen. 2 perfect castings.
Alicent, yep, and then
Alicent's the same way.
Yes. What was her name? The one that
2
got
perfect Alicents.
Lena Valerian, right? The one that got roasted. Roasted this episode. Lena, I think her name is. I just looked at some pictures of them with the younger version and then like this version, and oh my god, they could be mother and daughter. It's insane.
In the Game of Thrones episode Dance of Dragons, they talk about the war between Rhaenyra and Aegon. Yes, they do.
Oh, see, now oh my god, are y'all gonna, this show is gonna make me want to go back and start watching Game of Thrones again, but
yes.
I can't.
She's gonna do it anyway. Come on.
I'm not gonna do it, no.
Why not?
Because I'm in the middle of watching like 8 other shows.
Well, they're not gonna last forever.
Final thoughts, guys, on this episode.
Okay, real quick. Yeah, like we already said, excellent casting, absolutely top notch. And believable. I can't stress that enough. The labor pains. Oh yeah, we were feeling that, but yeah, I'm just obviously still intrigued of where we're gonna go with 4. What do we got? 4 episodes left if we're going 10. Still really intrigued where it's gonna go. I'm still wondering when the King's gonna kick it. I'm still wondering how the Queen is going to hold up here with her. There's going to be a power trip, and yeah, it's and more dragons, but yeah, it's we got a good base going, so I'm curious to see if they're going to do any more time jumps in the minimal time we got left, because these episodes are going by fast.
Oh yeah, it's like an hour goes by and you're just
Yeah.
like, what? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
What?
and the odd thing is that's my hallmark of great writing, because you could have literally nothing happen, because we got the kids trying to beat each other up with their wooden swords and shit like that, and slapping the salami in the window, but being so dialogue heavy like this one was, you're still drawn in. So yeah, hats off to all of them.
So Assassin the King can't last any more time jumps.
I was thinking that too, because if they
Yeah.
keep going forward, we're just going to get to a point where suddenly the king's gone. And I mean, obviously, everybody's pining for that moment where they see the king get his comeuppance. So I mean, I don't think they could do another logical time jump like that and just say, "Oh no, the king's not with us anymore." We need to literally see something happen to him.
Not this season. I really don't think he can do any more time jumps. I think we are on this like this. We're going to be doing this maybe like a few months. I could see as a time jump, but we're not going to do anything like we've done previously. Until maybe season 2. I could see them jumping between season 1 and season 2, but I think the king. I don't know why you wouldn't kill the king off in the last episode. You know what I mean?
It could happen. Yeah. I mean, I could see them possibly saving that for some type of big payoff along those lines. So who knows? Because they're certainly stretching him as far as he can go, really.
Yeah, he's got Gollum hair now. I mean, he is
he's
struggling.
He's getting worse and worse. He's starting to look like he got sunburnt without, the actual sunburn. Yeah. King's looking pretty bad. I know I say that every time, but it's true.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, man, he's not dead. Is that just not a corpse just walking around?
Yeah, and I keep thinking that too. Like, how is he not dead yet? But at the same time, I'd feel kind of ripped off if we don't see something happen to him.
Project Storytimes thinks the king will die in episode 9, and the spark of the war is in the finale.
Yeah, I could see that. We're all just waiting for it. We're waiting. So, yeah. So, anyone else? Final thoughts?
Seen Rhaenyra and Daemon together at Dragonstone. I think that's like, yeah, okay.
This next episode.
Yeah, because they're gonna get married. Yeah.
Ooh, a wedding in the garden.
A wedding
between
Daemon, which is what Daemon wanted in the first place. Daemon wanted to marry his niece. This has been what he's wanted. I think as soon as Daddy's out of the way, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, because it can't happen until Viserys.
Okay, so and this is really interesting. What Project Storytime's talking about?
That's brilliant.
Yes, back in old English, if you go back into the old Knights of the Round Table and the King Arthur, as Arthur grew sick and needed the Grail to heal him, so did the land become sick. So as he withered and as he was dying, the land was dying, the people were starving, everything was bad. That's why it was so important for the Knights of the Round Table to go on the search for the Holy Grail. Mm-hmm. That is why you had the Grail quest. And when Percival brought the Grail back to Arthur and had Arthur drink of the Grail, the king was healed, and so was the land healed. So it was like a phoenix rising from the ashes. For Martin to take that and use it here, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
Camelot, 'tis a silly place, I must say.
As the king's falling apart, so is the realm falling apart, because the land is tied to the king.
Mm. Yeah, it's a good analogy.
And we need Sean Bean back to die. To die.
One does not simply cast Sean Bean just to die. But it could happen.
Goodness.
The poor guy.
Bring him in as the aging king of the North. And his son, is about to take over. Bring Sean Bean back for all of 5 minutes and have him as the aging king of the North, giving his kingdom to his son.
Oh yeah,
I'd like that, honestly. Yeah, because we've been in Westeros and just Dragonstone. Now I understand that we're talking about this is the House of the Dragon, so the Targaryens apparently
It's
don't like
my
the Salt.
house, bitch.
And I like
Yeah.
that. Game of Thrones can also be called shitting on the Starks.
Shitting on the stocks, I do say.
Yeah.
Quite
And
lovely.
giving them stuff they haven't earned too.
Mhm.
You know, this
But
Sansa,
that's-
you do not get the role. You
That's
do not get the role House of no.
yeah.
So, guys, we're out of here. Keep your eyes tuned on the community section. We're going to be updating when we are going to be doing the celebration. This all happened over the weekend, and it was absolutely nuts. Friday night was a wonderful stream. If you haven't checked that stream out, check it out. I want to do a shout out real quick for Brandon Looney Tunes Fan 2000. Brandon has been kicking ass and taking names, closing in on his goals. Check him out. He's got a wonderful channel. Everyone has such great content coming out. Everyone is kicking ass, taking names, doing such a great job. Keep being there for everybody. Keep being supportive for everybody. There's no reason to have this negative attitude in YouTube. All we have to do is stand up and stand with each other. That's it. That's all we have to do, and we are mighty. Valhalla, and that's why Valhalla is so strong, because we stand up, we stand in the shield wall, and we stand next to each other, and we fight side by side. That's all anybody has to do. There doesn't have to be a great divide or a great schism or any of this bullshit. But that's up to people. It's what they choose and then what they want to. If you want to hear more shit like that, tune in on Wednesday, because we're going to be getting into it hardcore.
Oh my goodness.
Assholes versus team players on Wednesday. So, guys, until then, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you guys in the next 0 hour. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bring
What?
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 You're gonna say something
What?
fucked up shit.
What?
I was
What?
gonna say, bring me the butter. Adios, everybody. Take care.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.
Ow.
If it ends,
Yeah.
it's not
It's
wanting
still
to
going.
end. It's still going.
We're still on.
Hello, are we
Hi.
still on?
We're
it's
still
sitting
here.
there. It's
We're
sitting
coming
there.
It's
It's
the
like,
credit
what?
scene.
Fuck it. We're gonna jump all